The oil helped provide an excellent environment in Kuwait for the conduct of commercial and other business activities. This was reflected in the various services that are necessary for today's modern life, catering for the needs of all citizens. Kuwait was and is a country of peace, of science and work, and of infinite good for itself and for all peace-loving nations until that black day. At dawn of August the 2nd, 1990, Kuwait was treacherously invaded and occupied until it was eventually liberated on February the 26th, 1991.
لم يطرأ في بال أحد أن يقوم نظام بعمل مثل هذا.
No one ever imagined that such a destruction would be inflicted. Our plan was built on the basis that certain wells, not more than a few, would be destroyed. Our expectations were that 20 to 30 wells were destroyed. But after liberation, we were astonished at the number of destroyed wells. Kuwait was indeed the victim of the crime of the century. More than 700 oil wells were put on fire, spreading darkness and destruction. Kuwait was liberated. Kuwait is looking forward with great hope to the day when the happiness will be complete with the return of the Kuwaiti prisoners of war. The plan, known as Al-Auda, the Return Project, established during the invasion, was to produce 400,000 barrels per day for local consumption and refining. We expected that everything would be destroyed, and we wouldn't be able to initiate reproduction easily.
كانت هذه الخطة تنطوي على إنتاج 400,000 برميل، حيث كانت توقعات بأن يكون كل شيء مدمر، ولم نستطيع.
Work was non-stop. Imagine our employees working while their faces were splattered with oil. We used to produce from the reservoir and control fire at oil wells of the same reservoir at the same time. This was never done in any field in the world.
نسيطر على الآبار في نفس الوقت. فهذه لم تتم في أي حقل في العالم.
Everyone was looking forward to see the last burning oil well put under control. The country's victory was completed on November the 6th, 1991, when His Highness the Emir witnessed the Kuwaiti firefighting team extinguishing the last burning oil well. The elements of the reconstruction project are first, making sure that the wells are producing efficiently. The second element includes the gathering centers and tank farms. We had to revive the gathering centers and make sure of their efficiency. KOC had 26 centers before the invasion. We managed to rehabilitate 18 of them. We also managed to rehabilitate the tank farms, which were also destroyed. We're working hard now on building gathering centers in West and North Kuwait, where we lost more than 50% of our centers.
العمل قائم على قدم وساق لبناء مراكز تجميع في المناطق مثل غرب الكويت أو مثل شمال الكويت، حيث فقدنا أكثر من 50% من مراكز تجميع.
The challenge started and plans were laid down to increase production capacity under Al Ta'mir project to 2 million barrels per day. This goal was achieved through the active participation and joint efforts of all the employees of Kuwait Oil Company. The oil leaking from damaged wellheads and pipelines formed more than 400 oil lakes. 97% of the oil was recovered from these lakes thanks to the efforts of the loyal Kuwaiti employees. One of our accomplishments will unveil in the following years the results of the seismic survey, which covers all areas of Kuwait, inland and coast. The aspirations of KOC are to produce sufficient quantities of oil to the world, and for this, KOC has for the first time adopted a strategy plan covering a period of 15 years, extending until the year 2010. Its early stages began in 1995, when production increased to 2.25 million barrels per day. This will increase to 2.5 million barrels per day by the year 2000, and further increase to 3 million barrels per day by the year 2005. The company's achievements were crowned when His Highness the Emir Sheikh Jabr al-Ahmad al-Jabr al-Sabah turned the golden wheel on June the 13th, 1996, commemorating the 50th anniversary of the first shipment of Kuwait's oil. And so, since 1934, the efforts did not stop for one single moment for Kuwait, its civilization and future. Kuwait Oil Company deserves to look with pride at its achievements over its history, while its employees continue to work actively with perseverance to achieve more good and further building for a bright future.